what do you feel like in terms of stopping the run, what has made you guys so successful identity-wise, maybe mentality-wise, and so successful in stopping the run this season?
Yeah, just everyone just executing their job, doing their 111. Guys just being playmakers. Sometimes you just gotta have a guy just whoop another dude. So that's what it comes down to one game and just playing with physicality. So I feel like this is the biggest thing really right now.
Josiah, what have you seen out of Nick Rodriguez? Obviously, increased playing time from last year. What have you seen out of him so far, especially last game that you really liked?
Yeah, a lot. Especially since I got here in spring and seeing him continue to grow from spring to fall camp to in season each week in and week out. Not only just focus on his job, but just going out there making plays. Especially the plays he's supposed to make and the plays he's not supposed to make. So he does a good job just executing his job and then just not just being out there, but also making plays and helping the team.
Josiah, it seems like you're in the backfield every week, whether it's in the run game or on a quick pass. What looks are you seeing that makes that so effective for you?
Yeah, just blessed with how the instincts I have, just be to see certain things, just trust the field I have, and just week in and week out, just trusting the film study I put in, the tips that we get from coaches, whatever the case is, but just blessed with great instincts, just to be able to trust what I'm gonna see, what I'm getting, just physicality. Blessed with the size I have, so just really just to be able to play the run game and within the passing game as well.
Coach Drinkwitz was just in here talking about the dynamic impact you and Damon Wilson have made coming in from the portal. Can you talk a little bit about what you've liked from Damon and what makes you guys so effective together?
Yeah, coming in, we had a lot of good guys come in, and Damon was, one of those guys that came in where you could tell he was going to be a dude right away coming in the spring ball, and he made a great impact for us, not only just in the run game but in the passing game as well. In this conference, you needed some really good pass rushers, especially on that edge. And he's made a bit of impact where, he's drawing guys whether you got to chip them, you're going to have to slide to them every time. So, it's going to help a lot of those other guys on that D-line where they're going to get one-on-ones or when, you start blitzing linebackers where we get one-on-ones where it kind of takes the focus off of us and kind of focus on him those pass downs. So, yeah.
Josiah, I'm curious your perspective on some of these explosives that have been happening in the past game. Just what are you seeing on those plays and what have you kind of heard from the coaches as far as what needs to be buttoned up?
Yeah, just executing our job to the best of our ability. Just kicking ourselves in the foot. Just a lot of those plays we wish we got back. And once we clean up these small mistakes from that back seven, because we're all involved in that. Front all the way to the back. And once we clean these things up, we're gonna be a really hard defense to score on. So, but once we start doing that, just executing our job to the best of our ability, clean those little mistakes up.
Josiah, the linebackers seem to be getting downhill effectively, but also patrolling sideline to sideline as well. How does that help you all in the rest of the defense when you're not only able to affect things in the backfield, but also on the perimeter as well, especially against a mobile quarterback like you all faced on Saturday?
Oh yeah, no, it helps a lot, especially when you got a mobile QB like that, and then just knowing like you're gonna be sideline to sideline like that. It's hard for offense to do a lot when you're stopping the run, but also when they try to go to the perimeter and attack you in the perimeter, knowing that those guys in that second level on LBs are gonna be going sideline to sideline. It's not a lot you can do after that.
Just curious, in a pretty unique position at the second level for dealing with both the front and the secondary. What is your job as middle linebacker in that position to kind of help with some of these zone cover issues?
Yeah, just communication. I feel like there's a lot of communication in the back end where we have to make sure we're communicating with them, being on the same page, but also making sure once we're on the same page, is everyone executing. It works like a string. If we're not in the right spot, then maybe they see something that could take them out where they should be. So just being on the string, works like a puzzle piece. So just making sure everyone's in the right spot, executing their job to the best ability, and just getting to the landmarks. Just executing their job.
Any more questions? Thanks, Josiah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Josiah.